All right, so you take your yeast out of the fridge, your starter. Give it a nice stir. Stir in any liquor that might be on top. Cut about half of it out. Put it into something else. And it should be stringy like that. That's a good sign. That's about half. Then you take flour. All-purpose flour is just fine. Give yourself try to replace what you just took out. Spring water. Mix it up until you get the same kind of consistency. The longer you plan to leave it in the fridge, the thicker you want it, or the drier the mix you want it. If you're going to be using it regularly, you want it a little bit more liquidy. But it's not that big a deal either way. Basically, you just stir it around till it's all mixed good. So it looks kind of stringy. And that's ready to relax. And I'm going to let that sit on the counter for probably overnight until it blooms before I put it back in the fridge. Now, this is the one that I'm going to make bread out of. So I'm creating a starter for that, and I went a little heavy on the flour, which is just fine because this one was small to start with, so I need to grow it a bit. Some water in there. And this one I'm going to make a little wetter than the other one. It's fine. Tell you what, that's a little too wet, so I'm going to add a little bit more flour. So if you get too much flour and water, it might not be enough yeast to really catch on, or at least it'll take a long time. That's why you want to, about half is ideal. There's a nice wet consistency. And if you want to cheat, you can add a little bit of sugar or even a little bit of milk or something like that that's got a little bit of extra sugar in it for the yeast to eat. But if you want to go the old school route, slower is better. So you want to kind of make it work for it. So that I'm going to leave on the counter until it gets all bubbly and blooms. It kind of rises and then starts to fall. And once it rises and starts to fall, then I'll add a little bit more flour to it. I might take a little bit out if you don't have to. So that's round one.